Hello YouTube, and today I'm going to review Jonah Hex, starring Josh Brolin, Megan Fox, and John Malkovich as Jonathan Turnbull. So far, it's it's not the greatest movie, but it's somewhat decent, just for the fact that for a DC character that isn't Batman or Superman prior to DCEU got recognition. And the first for a Western superhero, Western comic, which, my opinion, that's one aspect of the comic industry that needs film adaptations. For example, a canon reboot of this, where DCU canon, where Jonah fights Ra's al Ghul, taken from my example, my example is going to be that episode of Batman the Animated Series, which Batman reads from a manuscript of the story of Jonah Hex and going against Ra's al Ghul. The action was great for a PG-13 Western. Was something that was dealing with a good part of it, along with Josh Brolin as Jonah Hex. But hell, well, come on. Anything Josh Brolin touches, it's gonna be gold. He was perfect for that role. I mean, come on, he was such a good cowboy, especially in that playing Tom Chaney in True Grit. We'll get to that later in another video. And Free Seasons of the Western series, Young Riders, where in my opinion he was the best. He played the best portrayal of Rob Hickok I've ever seen of any adaptation. Now back to Jonah Hex. The part which was really the stupidest idea was the whole pushing Deja's touch a dead body to bring information kind of garbage. I mean, that shit ain't comic accurate. Anybody who's read a damn Jonah Hex comic knows that. And seriously, out of all the beautiful women in Hollywood, and you cast Megan Fox, sex appeal doesn't always equal talent. I mean, come on, a better candidate would have been like Scarlett Johansson or Haley Atwell. So at least somebody could actually act. And Malkovich, he always plays a good bad guy, but not what I expected to play Jonathan Turnbull, ex-Confederate. And also, you notice how they do and how the whole ex-Confederate try to restart the Civil War kind of shtick kind of had to be rehashed from Wild Wild West and The Legend of the Lone Ranger. Take Legend of the Lone Ranger, where Butch Cassidy, played by Christopher Lloyd, yes, that Christopher Lloyd, tried to kidnap Grant just as just a take. Which, though ironically, in Legend of the Lone Ranger, Chris Cavendish was a Yankee who just got Section 8. And that one would have been better if he too was a Confederate. Kind of like in Wild Wild West which today this is going to be a freeway review, so in case you all wonder why I'm left fielding. Which in Wild Wild West also again has to do the plot of the attempt to start the Civil War all over again. With Loveless, like Turnbull, wanting to overthrow the government. With attacks with, surprisingly, fits with a steampunk vibe, but I'm not sure how accurate that is, and I'm pretty good with my history on weaponry, but which, back to Hex, was a little bit what the fuck kind of deal with. I mean, inaccurate weapons are cool and all, but at least if you're going to make a film like that, lead your audience to that point. Back to that, I'm just like, for a Western, especially if you're going to be kind of accurate, a pistol and a Winchester just is all you really needed. Like in the Wild West. Hell, you know how, what, and also how fucking rehashed that plot from those three movies I just mentioned were, which, like I say, since I'm now about to review Legend of the Lone Ranger, I'll just say it's a lot better than that bullshit Johnny Depp did. That's all I gotta say. I mean, come on. Merle Haggard did the narration for it in the theme music, which is a very slept on take on one of Merle's songs, and excellent acting by although wasn't appreciated time of Clinton Spilsbury, who surprisingly has made like his one and done out of that critical flopped. Even how Clayton Moore, who played the original series Lone Ranger, gave him a bad review. And I was like, that's one I have to disagree with you on, Clayton. And which I'm going to say Legend of the Lone Ranger from 1981 is a 4 out of 5. Jonah Hex, 3 out of 5. And Wild Wild West, I'm going to say that with how I can say some aspects. Will Smith did a decent cowboy job, and Kevin Kline as in a dual role as Artemis Gordon and old President Grant in various events. Kind of like how in Jonah Hex, where Turnbull was gonna attack on the centennial. Loveless gonna do like the Transcontinental Railroad with for one thing a giant spider robot, and I'm like, it's cool and all, but come on, talk about go Western Rangers, and of course the beautiful Salma Hayek in that one in Wild Wild West with excellent stream chemistry. The only flaw was that whole twist ending where you found out where she tricked him into thinking that Dr. Escobar was her father when it was really her husband, and I'm just like, damn, that would have made that's just excellent movie rule number one. Ride out and get the girl and ride out in the sunset, which 4 out of 5 out of for Wild Wild West for his excellent acting. There it is. Enjoy those recommendations.